class. Welcome to your SST class. I am your teacher Vijay Tripathi from Vidya Bal Bhavan. So students, in the previous class we were studying about chapter number 21, governing ourselves. So just a quick recap of what we have studied in our previous classes. Indian Union. As we know, India is made up of 28 states and 8 union territories. Together it forms Indian Union. This India or Indian Union is governed by a government at two levels, that is central and the state. At central level, the government does all the things and facilities for whole of the India, and at the state level, the government provides the facilities to the people of the state. Now, we will understand about Constitution. What is Constitution? As I previously told you, Constitution is the highest law of the nation. That is, no any other law can surpass the things written in the Constitution. Now, who is the law-making body in our country? On the basis of the rules told in the Constitution, the Parliament or the Union Legislature makes all the law that are followed by the citizens of our country. Now, Parliament is divided into two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is also known as House of the People. The name suggests that the members of Lok Sabha, that are 552 in number, are elected by the people of the country. Second is Rajya Sabha or the upper house. Here the members are elected by the state legislative assembly, not by the citizen of India. Now, lastly, we studied about President. The President is appointed for the term of 5 years. He is the head of the country and he is appointed by the members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and state legislative assemblies by forming a electoral college. Okay students, so continuing with the chapter, we will study how government is formed. You know, India is a democratic country. So, in a democratic country, people are free to choose their own government by the way of voting. The party that wins the maximum vote or the majority party forms a government. But sometimes it's happened that no party gets or no single party gets the majority of votes. So what happens? One or two parties come together and form a government. That government is known as coalition government. Now, when the government is formed, the Prime Minister is to be chosen. The party which gets the maximum vote chooses a leader among them and term him as the Prime Minister of the country. And the President of our country elects him as the Prime Minister for the term of 5 years. Now, this Prime Minister makes two organizations or two group of people. First is councils of ministers. Councils means group of ministers. These can be from Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. And secondly, the cabinet. Cabinet is the group of adult or the senior members. Now, you must have heard this term, opposition party, a lots of time in the news. One party is the first majority party and second majority party. It is known as opposition party. And the party with the second largest majority selects a leader from their members. He is known as opposition leader. So far, we studied about central government. Now we will study about state government. Every state has a legislative assembly or the Vidhan Sabha. And the members are known as members of legislative assembly. In short, we are known to them as MLA. This word is used by us and heard by us a lot of time. Who elects this MLA? MLA are directly elected by the citizen of our country. That means through the voting process. Now, how the elections are conducted? Our states are divided into small units. These are known as constituencies. The member who gets the maximum vote in the constituency is declared as the winner. Now, what happens after that? When the result of the voting is open or the election is declared, the party which gets the maximum seats in the constituencies or the legislative assemblies is declared for term of 5 years call the members to form a government who gets the majority of the vote. Now, who is the leader of this majority vote party? The chief minister, right? So, in the state legislative assembly, whosoever party is won with the maximum seats choose their own leader, and the leader of the majority party is known as chief minister, elected by the governor of the state. Now we will study about the judiciary. The word judiciary comes from the word judge, and judge belongs to the court. So whatever proceedings that are done in court relates to the word the judiciary. It is the most important organ of our country. Now we can find courts in 3 sections of our country. That is at the central, at the state, and at the district. At the center we have the Supreme Court. It is the apex court in our country. No other court can surpass the orders passed on by the Supreme Court. It is headed by the Chief Justice of India. It has other judges also. All the judge and the Chief Justice appointed by the President of our country. Now at the state level we have High Court. This is headed by the Chief Justice of the state. So all the criminal proceedings, all the justice is done by the High Court in our state. Now the state also contains districts. Now the court that is given for the district is known as District and Session Court. It is headed by the District and Session Judge with many other judges. So these 3 are the judiciary that can be found at central, state and district level. So today we studied about how government is formed. In that we studied about coalition government. When no single party gets the majority of vote, some party come together to form a government. We studied about the state government. The leader of the majority party is known as the chief minister. He is elected by the governor of the state, who is the head of the state, and governor of the state is elected by the president for the term of 5 years. Lastly, we have studied about judiciary that comprises of Supreme Court, High Court and District and Session Court. I hope you have understood it well. That's all for the day. Thank you.